My presentation today is on Kohl's and the lack of innovativeness that has come to fruition post-pandemic. So Kohl's underperformance, for anybody that doesn't know, Kohl's is a popular retail chain that sells products ranging from clothing to home decor and makeup products. One of the main issues Kohl's is facing regards the quality of products and services that are being offered as well as innovativeness. Post-pandemic, customers are spending money elsewhere and the trends of spending are different with inflation. Kohl's is not offering the goods that many customers are searching for, which is not an uncommon problem with retail stores currently. There needs to be some innovative idea Kohl's can implement to compete with other department stores and online platforms such as Amazon. Failure to perform, Kohl's, with the severe decrease in demand of department store goods, is at risk for closing completely. Some main problems Kohl's is facing includes the labor shortage and high natural gas prices, which will keep pressure on Kohl's wage and electricity costs. People are not wanting to work in retail as much anymore, and there are a lot of online opportunities that people are leaning towards when looking for jobs. The lack of innovative ideas has caused organizations such as Amazon to rule the clothing and fashion industry. One of the main appeals of shopping in person was to try on clothes, but department stores lost this upper hand once Amazon introduced the Try Before You Buy program. Kohl's must improve innovativeness to compete with other platforms, such as Amazon, as said before. The current structure of Kohl's, I would argue that the current structure and culture of Kohl's is positive and is catered towards the customer and diversity among stakeholders. The CEO has worked to bring new fashion lines and added marketing campaigns in an effort to diversify its retail offerings. Kohl's endured many layoffs post-pandemic, losing the trust of a lot of employees in all different states. Not for a lack of effort, but Kohl's cannot compete with the innovation of brands like Amazon and the Try Before You Buy program. Kohl's is also going through the loss of its investment grade, meaning that its interest costs could rise quickly enough to absorb much of its earnings. Some believe that Kohl's may benefit from a new CEO with fresh ideas to innovate the current business models. Post-pandemic, many department stores have been struggling to stay afloat with brands like Amazon coming out with different innovative programs people can access from the comfort of their own home. So with that Try Before You Buy program, you're online, you get the package delivered to you, you try it, and then you can either return it or you can keep it. Kohl's may benefit from a similar idea that Amazon is implementing as a way to start the innovation process. I do believe that Kohl's does embody conscious capitalism through their dedication to the customers. Kohl's has launched trends with woman-owned business representation, differently abled shoppers, and gender-neutral clothing lines. They have made the clothes more accessible for people who are not always recognized in the fashion industry, and theoretically, this should improve organizational function by bringing a larger customer population into the department stores. Coder's 8-step change model. The first step would be creating urgency by telling employees innovations need to be made to compete with other organizations in order to keep jobs. Second would be to form a coalition with existing employees and the most important stakeholders in the company and just get everybody on the same page of change and innovation. Third would be allow for open communication with employees to develop a new innovative strategy to increase business. Next, once the new innovative plan is discussed, communicate the vision with employees so nobody is left with the dark. Everybody should know the plan and everybody should know that this was the goal the entire time, was to get a new innovative plan to increase business for Kohl's. The next step would be to practice positive reinforcement with employees that are bought into the vision and idea. Employees that are participating and employees that are contributing to the culture change should be positively reinforced. Next, making a small target to begin with, such as opening a Try Before You Buy program like Amazon has. There's no new idea there, but I do think it would kickstart some innovative ideas. And then after meeting that small target, increasing to the bigger goal of making an innovative idea nobody has yet to do. Once there is success, focusing on these successes and recognizing those who are bought into the program is crucial to employee loyalty. And lastly, making sure that the culture has changed in a positive direction and ensuring that employees are onboarded. The employees that are onboarded buy into this culture as well, and they are made aware of the culture immediately upon interview. The biggest challenge to this change is coming up with a new original idea that other department stores or online platforms have not utilized. Innovative ideas are hard to come by, but if there is a positive culture with the department and open communication, then collaboration increases and more ideas start flowing. Another important challenge is ensuring the current employees buy into the risks associated with innovative change. Innovative change can bring about the risk of losing employees and even the department store closing down completely if there is no innovative change and if the innovative change that has been discussed does not end up working to benefit the company. To manage the challenge of lack of new innovative ideas, I would establish a culture of open communication where every employee feels comfortable sharing ideas. To avoid employees who are not bought in, the standards and risks will be discussed immediately so everyone knows what they're getting into. The people who are not part of the team and do not want to buy into this culture can find a different place to work. There will be no subsystems in this new business plan. Making everybody perform at the same level will bring about healthy competition as well as get rid of the normal standards that come with different job titles. Even if it even if an idea isn't 100% perfect, it can always be a starting point for another successful idea later down the line. And I think that's important to share with the employees that every idea doesn't have to be $1 million idea. The main strategy I would use to drive this team to success is open communication and collaboration. Open communication promotes productivity and encourages innovation and idea sharing. With open communication, the culture instantly becomes one which stresses teamwork and equal say collaboration. When people feel included, they are more likely to engage and come up with innovative ideas which Kohl's needs in order to prosper. Another main focus of my leadership will be to hire employees that are bought into the culture of the organization after being told early on innovativeness may not result in long-term jobs. Basically letting the employees know what they are getting into and that the business may not prosper. It is important to have clearly defined team goals and also encourage and reward constructive feedback. It should be known that everybody's ideas are equally important and everyone will have a say in how to improve the company. Also, with more onboarding, it is important to hire employees that work well in groups and are creative minded and will be able to come up with new, fresh ideas. And then I have my reference page right there. Thank you.